Hello dear viewers of UZREPORT World, you are watching a live broadcast from Samarkand, and here the ancient city of Samarkand is hosting one of the major events of the year, in International Climate Forum. So here today, the first day of the event, and it will continue last on 2 days, 4th and 5th April. Now talk a little bit about the event. It's a climate forum, and today it brings together 400 participants from 26 countries, including the European Union, United Nations organizations, and global environmentalists. Now we have an expert to discuss the further details of the forum. Sir, you can join us. So before we talk about the importance of the forum, can you tell us how it's important to deal with the environmental challenges here in Central Asia?
You know, the Central Asia now facing a crisis of climate, and this climate crisis related with water. Water is climate and climate is water. If the Central Asia not seriously discussing about the water and soil, so they can't address the problem of the climate. The climate crisis due to the not conservation of water and not good management of water, the water is flowing and erosion and silting. So due to the erosion and silting, creating drought and flood. So now the Central Asia facing the new problems, drought and flood. The river is dry and Isle Sea is dry. Before the lot of water there, now is the desert. So this type of the crisis now the Central Asia facing. So the challenge for this climate forum 25 is most important is the water. The water need a conservation and disciplined use of water. One hand conservation and the other hand disciplined use. The less water can grow more, but that is possible only if they are really doing the good management of water. One hand conservation and other hand disciplined use of water. We can link crop pattern with rain pattern, and the industry using the water after because the industry creating the pollution, and the municipal corporation is putting the all dirty water in the streams, the river. So what water is useful for drinking, for earth, for human being, that is creating a dirtiness and sickness. So if water is not healthy, human can't live healthy. The water health and human health is a really health of the climate. The climate is a very important issue now for Central Asia. So this climate forum is on a very good time when we can discuss in this climate forum the community-driven decentralized water management. Where the rains is coming, we conserve there. No erosion of the soil. If no erosion of the soil, the greenery come up, and that greenery taking the carbon sequestration from the atmosphere. So the atmosphere is healthy. If your atmosphere is healthy, so climate is healthy. You know, when I start the 50 year before in desert of India, so that time no rains in my region. When we conserve the water and soil, the greenery come up, and after that, now the very good rains coming, and river is flowing. So your Abu Darya or some Darya, these both Darya is dry now, dead. So that is big challenge for Uzbekistan. If the Uzbekistan want a peace and prosperity, so rejuvenate these both rivers and rejuvenate the Aral Sea. So this conference, this is an international conference. More than 40 countries coming, they are saying, they are claiming. So if these all countries coming, the expert of the climate, an expert of the soil, and expert of the water, and expert of the atmosphere they are gathering. So in 2 days, they discuss the real problem of the Central Asia is the climate. Because due to the climate change, erratic rains, cloud burst, and the drought and flood increasing everywhere. So this is a real disaster. This disaster due to the climate change and global warming. So this conference had not only discuss this conference declaration moving to the execution. If these declaration moving to the execution, so this conference is more than 100% success. But the success of the conference, if you decide something in the conference and you are executing on that line, so that is a great success. I feel the Central Asia is a very important part of this world, not only the Asia, because this is a area where impacted the Himalaya. Himalaya mountain is related with the big zones of the this planet. So we need the one hand the conservation of mountains and the conservation of the mountain, not putting the glacier melting. So we need save the glaciers. We need save the mountains. If your glacier is safe and your river can flow again, but now is lot of glacier is melting very fast, so Himalaya facing in a different type of the problem in future. Maybe now need a political will all over the Central Asia. The political will needed because we need a farming. The most of the water we are using for farming, and the farming is depend now water intensive crop. We can make a system in Central Asia where not enough rains, so we are not growing the water intensive crop there. If there you are growing the water intensive crops, so like your RLC dry and your both river is dry, so this type of the problem everywhere is coming up in future. So if we really bother about the better common future, the better common future of the Central Asia, the better common future of the Central Asia is stop the climate change, conserve the soil, conserve the water, and conserve the greenery. If the greenery come, so carbon sequestration is start. So that is the way we can make climate healthy. If your climate is not healthy, you can't live healthy. If you want the healthy life, so it is a very important we make a climate healthy.
So you mean it's the right time to take an action now, yes?
Yes, it is a very right time to the connection, because now everywhere the young people is bothered about the health. And if they are bothered about the health, so they can think what is the solution. The solution is climate resilience, climate adaptation, climate mitigation. You know, in last 50 years, we done in more than 10,600 square kilometer land before the climatic disaster. No rains. Now is the very good rains. So, if you make a climate healthy, so the good rains coming and you control the drought and flood. In my area when I start the work, now no drought, no flood. And my river is perennial, flowing with the ecological and environmental flow. So now the youth of this Central Asia is really bothered about health. And why the health crisis? Because due to the chemicals, pesticides, herbicides we are using in the agriculture, so not our food is not healthy. If we have the good soil and good water, we can grow the healthy food. And if we really give the healthy food to the youth can do more work for better common future. Our better common future is in crisis. So now is the time we can make a solution with youth, women, children, all is gather and take the solution of the climate change. And that solution is most important by adaptation. No need of the technological solution. You know, the climate is not possible giving the solution by the technology. Technology is a temporary solution, but really sustainable solution is climate change adaptation. When our behavioral change for the climate and in the favor of the climate, so climate is happy and we are healthy. So this relationship we are needed, we can link a good relation with nature. So like you, like all youth can start with the love of nature, love of forest, love of water, love of greenery. So if they start with the love of greenery and love of water, so that is the process start for the climate change adaptation and mitigation. This is the solution, and this solution start with the behavioral change. So now we can think globally.
So
and
in your
locally.
opinion, how international cooperation is important for Central Asia in this regard?
I think the international cooperation where these experience in this Central Asia, time-tested success experience, like my experience in last 50 years in a big area in Rajasthan and other part of the country. So they can exchange these real physical experience, not only the academic university experience. The university professors come and speak and go and forget. That is not the solution. Solution is on ground. So if you need a solution, so you've done some work on the ground. Without ground, these academic solution is not right. Now, the most of the conference is discussing the academic solution, technological solution. But that is not, the climate is not the technical solution or academic solution. The climate change is possible need with love and respect of nature and our behavioral change for nature. So if we can make our behavioral change, so we can make climate healthy.
Thank you for the great insights you have provided. We wish you a fruitful and enjoyable trip here in Samarkand.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
As you can see, as our expert have mentioned now, it's one of the most important events here in not only for Uzbekistan but also for Central Asia. Stay tuned for more updates. You can also watch the news report in our UZREPORT News TV channel.